Aries, Happy New Year, Happy 2026. I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything is going okay with you. I'm gonna try to do more tarot readings for all the signs, and this 2026 is one of my New Year's resolutions. So, um, I also have some notes here about what's gonna happen for you. This January astrologically speaking, or how the things that are gonna happen are gonna affect you. So I want to take a look at that while I shuffle the cards here for you really quickly. So I don't know if you're aware, we're gonna have a super moon on January 3rd. Okay, is a super moon in Cancer, is a wolf moon super moon, by the way. Let's see where else we have in here. We have Mercury going Capricorn in early to mid January. We got a new moon in Capricorn slash Aquarius on January 18th. On January 17th to the 23rd, we got Venus and Mars entering Aquarius. And on January 26th, we have Neptune entering Aries, your sign. So there's a lot of things going on this January. Jupiter is still in retrograde in Cancer all month. Okay, so take that into consideration. Okay, let's give a look on how that affects you, Cancer or Aries. Sorry, maybe you're dealing with the Cancer. So Aries, the supermoon's definitely gonna bring some emotional foundations. Okay, for you, you're gonna be healing a lot of the things that happened in 2025 for you. I feel like 2025 was somewhat of a rough year for Aries in general. Okay, so you're gonna be healing that. You're gonna be taking some time to do some introspective, journey inside yourself, and some healing as well. Let me see what else. When Mercury enters Capricorn, you're gonna be planning more, taking care of your career, your home, being more strategic when it comes to your planning. Okay, putting aside a little bit of your emotions when it comes to that. Okay, being a little less even intuitive and just emotion based. Okay, you're gonna be a little bit more code and calculating when it comes to your career and your home. When Neptune enters your sign, we're gonna have some identity shifts. Okay, you're gonna be asking yourself more about your identity. How do you relate to people? How do you relate to yourself, to the things around you? Okay, you're gonna be taking a little bit of a deeper and introspective look on who you are as a person. Okay, I'm gonna take here a card to be the theme of your reading, and then I'm gonna take some tarot and some clarification. Okay, Aries, please make sure to check your sun, moon, and rising. Okay, this reading is for Aries, sun, moon, and rising. So make sure to check your other things. Don't take things that don't apply to you. If you feel that something doesn't make sense to you or doesn't resonate, that's okay. It's a lot of people. Not everything's gonna resonate with everyone all the time. Okay, so only take what resonates, and if this reading is not for you, maybe next time, or maybe your sun, moon, or rising. Okay, Aries, for January 2026. Let's see what we have here for you. Okay, I feel like this year of 2026 is going to be a little bit different comparing to 2025. I feel like 2025 was a little bit hard for you, Aries. Okay, so your theme card is the 17th, is the stork. Okay, this card for me talks about going back home, being close to family, being close to friends, being somewhere that you feel like home, that you feel accepted, that can help you, that give you support. Okay, maybe it's not your biological family, maybe it's friends, maybe it's some co-workers, maybe it's a workplace. It is about being or feeling that you are accepted in a space, feeling secure, feeling safe to be who you are. Okay, to open up your emotions, especially now that we have the full moon in Cancer on January 3rd. Okay, so I do feel like there is a sense of wanting to talk about who you really are. Okay, wanting to talk about who you really are, being comfortable in your home. Okay, that's a big thing for you this month. Okay, we're gonna leave this here and we're gonna go directly to the tarot. Okay, let's see what else we have here for Aries in January 2026. Okay, let's see, what do we have here for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising for January 2026? Okay, the cards came in pretty fast. A lot of energy here for you this month. Let me just, I have a lot of tarot decks in the table right now. Let me do some organization up here. Okay, so Aries, you got the moon, the strength, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so yeah, Aries, I do feel like you're going through a little bit of a nebulous time. Okay, in your mind, you have a lot of doubts, you have a lot of insecurities, you feel like whatever it is that you need to know is not coming to light yet. Okay, I do feel like maybe you have someone around you or some people around you that you feel like are not telling you the exact truth, or they're hiding something for you, or you feel like whatever it is, all the information is not coming to light, or at least not coming to light as fast or the way you would like that to come to light. Okay, um and you're trying to be brave about it, you're trying to speak out, you're trying to be, some people might even consider you kind of aggressive. Okay, when it comes to this, you might be very headstrong when it comes to getting this truth, whatever it is for you. We're gonna get more cards later to go deeper on it, but I do feel like you're pushing people so they can speak the truth. Okay, and that might be causing a little bit of a distancing. You might be distancing yourself from other people, or other people are distancing yourself from you. Maybe that's why finding this place here with the Stark is so important. This place where you feel that you feel loved, you feel cared for. Maybe it's a place that you feel like people won't lie to you or hide things from you. Okay, and I see that you're ready to walk away from situations that you feel like don't serve you anymore, that you feel like hide things from you, they're not being honest with you. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Let's clarify the cards here for Aries. So tell me more about the moon here for Aries, January 2026. Okay. Wow, you got a bunch of cards. Okay, let me shuffle this again and see if we can get one more card. Okay, just one more card for Aries. Okay. Yeah, so here for the moon, you got the World in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So yeah, Aries, I do feel like things are changing for you. Okay, things are changing. You're not accepting this position that you are in anymore. Okay, you're not accepting staying in this position where you feel like people are not telling you the truth. Okay, people are not being honest with you. Okay, maybe you feel like that's affecting how you perceive the world, how you do your things, how you manifest your reality. Okay, and that might be stopping you from manifesting your dream reality, the things that you really really want. Okay, you might not be feeling very good, very confident, or you might not being having a lot of fun around people in general anymore. Okay, you feel like you you start doubting yourself. Okay, you start doubting how you see the world, how you live in this world, how you perceive things and perceive people. Okay, you feel like you are having a harder time to trust what people are telling you, and this is creating some problems for yourself. Okay, this is making you um, doubt your intuition, which is, I don't think, is ever a good idea. Okay, and maybe that's why you're going towards staying in such a aggressive manner. You know, where people might find you being aggressive. I don't think you're going there for the sake of being violent or aggressive. I think you're just overwhelmed. You're just really tired of being lied to or having things hidden from you. Maybe for some of you, you feel like people are treating you like a child, and you don't really like that. Okay, so yeah, I see that you got to a point in your life that you just can't deal with this half truths, or this, politeness for the sake of politeness anymore. Okay, let's see what else we have here for you for the strength card. Oh wow, the cards are jumping today. Okay. Okay, so here for the strength card, you got the Eight of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, not the nine, the Knight. Um, yeah, you got the Eight of Cups twice. So yeah, as I was saying, you're going forward in a more active manner. Okay, you're talking more. You're trying to bring more truth. Okay, the Strength card for me tells a story, or talks a lot about speaking the truth. Okay, I feel like the Strength card is not only about pure strength, but is about telling the truth, even though it might hurt, even though it might be not as comfortable. Okay, but it is the right thing to do. Okay, you're feeling a sense of being very righteous right now. Okay, Aries, with your opinions, with your perception of what is true and what it isn't, what is real, what it isn't, what is important and what it isn't. Okay, and you're ready here again, Eight of Cups, to walk away. And you're ready, and you are probably, maybe for some of you, already walking away when you feel like people can't understand where you're coming from, or people can't understand why you're being the way you are, why you're being so obsessed about telling the truth, even though it might hurt some people, even though it might be more comfortable to just tell a white lie. You're not up to that. Okay, we got the Three of Cups here, so maybe you're surrounding yourself with some people who are true friends. Here again with the Stork card, maybe you're finding a smaller group of people who really support you, who really love you, who really tell you the truth and what's going on, and want to listen to you and want to hear what your opinions are, what truth you bring to the table. Okay, for others of you, you might be engaging in a polyamorous relationship. Okay, but I can definitely see that you're trying to vet, quote unquote, people first. If you really trust them, if you don't. Okay, for very few of you, I don't get that for a lot of people, but from very few of you, I can see that you're walking away from a situation because a third person came in. That doesn't have to be just romantic. It can be any sort of situation where you have a bond, a friendship, a business, uh, um, a relationship with someone, and then they bring someone else in, maybe someone that you don't trust, someone that you don't necessarily like. But again, you're not afraid to just walk away and tell them how you really feel. Okay, Aries, you're not afraid to just go out and tell them, hey, this is my truth. I don't like this. I don't agree with X, Y, and Z, and I'm ready to walk out of here. Okay. And Nine of Wands in reverse. I feel like you might be um you might be putting yourself even to the side. I feel like you're taking so much time and effort to tell the truth, to fight people who don't necessarily agree with you or don't see things from your perspective, that I do feel like you may be even putting yourself, your self-care, your confidence a little bit to the side. I'm sure that when you feel like people are not telling you the truth, or when they can't understand your perspective, it may be really hard to give yourself that self-love or give yourself that attention and care, and be cautious with yourself, especially when you're fighting against so many people or so many opinions, and maybe people are calling you crazy and saying, no, oh, Aries is going crazy, it's being very aggressive over its own opinions, even though I don't agree with it. This person, Aries, is trying to make me agree with it. Okay, so I'll definitely remind you to be calm when it comes to yourself. Okay, and don't expect, just because you know the truth or you have your perception of the truth, that everyone has to agree with it, or everyone has to see things the way that you see. Okay, just a little reminder that sometimes there are certain truths that they're made just for you. Okay, that you or a very small group of people are the only people that are able to take in that truth at a certain time and place. Okay, so please take that into consideration. Let's see what else we have here for you with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, you got a lot of a lot of cards. So here for the Two of Pentacles in reverse, you got the Temperance, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups in reverse, the Prince of Swords. Is that it? Yeah, the Prince of Swords, and then Two of Cups, or the Prince of Swords in reverse. Sorry, and the Two of Cups. So let's see one thing at a time. So yeah, anyways, you're getting away from people, or you're denying that the teamwork. Okay, you're denying the teamwork. You want something more for yourself or for the people that you trust. Okay, here the Temperance card, I can see that you might be doing some more towards the middle of the month. You might be feeling a little tired. You might be maybe checking yourself out for a little, time alone. Okay, but you're definitely denying that the teamwork, that getting together and doing something. I don't think you necessarily trust people enough here with this Five of Cups. I don't think you trust people. I think you're pretty much hurt by what people are telling you, or people, or how people are reacting to you speaking the truth. Okay, I can see that you're getting pretty hurt here. So I think you're gonna be taking some time out, trying to find some balance within yourself, for your emotions, because I think you're gonna be feeling very, very overwhelmed. Okay. Here with the Nine of Cups in reverse, maybe you're not gonna find yourself very content in your emotional state right now. I feel like you're gonna be needing some grounding. Okay, because it's gonna be a very tumultuous, a very chaotic moment in your life. Okay, you're gonna be cutting a lot of people out, and you might be losing some people that you think that brought you some emotional stability. Okay, here for you. Okay, you might be breaking up for some of you, but I don't think that will come much of a surprise. I think it's something that was kind of already in the horizon, and you knew it, and you're just finally putting that period on a certain situation for some of you. Okay, you're gonna be I think you're gonna be taking some time out of talking to people. Okay, here with the Prince of Swords in reverse. I think after trying to tell the truth for so long and trying to explain your perspective and everything, you're gonna be taking a time out. And for some of you, you either gonna meet someone new. Okay, someone is gonna be in a very similar wavelength to you. Here with the Prince of Swords in reverse and the Two of Cups. For others of you who are still in a relationship, there's a happy relationship that this person is a part of this stork. Okay, someone that supports you, someone that loves you, that tells you the truth and wants to hear your truth. I feel like you're growing stronger and stronger, even though if you feel like your communication might not be as fluid as it was before. I feel like the love will still be there. For the single people, you might be meeting someone that you might having a little bit of a harder time talking to them in the beginning, or might be more of a quiet person, but I do feel like there's gonna be some sort of a big romance that will come out of it, like a feeling of romance. Okay, let's give it a look to the Eight of Cups here for you, Aries. Okay. Okay, you got a lot of cards again. Let's look this. Let's look this up. So for the Eight of Cups, you got the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. So yeah, by the end of the month, even I felt a sense of like, oh well. By the end of the month, I think you're gonna be coming to that perspective that, okay, I did everything I could. I tried to tell them the truth. I tried to confront them. I tried to take some time off and then be less, maybe quote unquote aggressive, or less, headstrong about things. I tried to tell them calmly, or I tried to, create some space between me and this, some people, to see if they would come to their senses, or your consideration of what quote unquote their senses is. But I don't think that will happen. Okay, I think you're gonna be taking a step in a different direction. I think you're gonna be walking away a little bit. I think you're really gonna be ready to cut some people here. Okay, you even people that maybe you thought you wouldn't have. Okay, I think you're creating more and more boundaries for yourself. You're creating more and more filters of what you actually want in your life, not just what you can take. Okay, I think that's the big difference from Aries beginning of the month versus Aries end of the month. It's not just about the people that you not necessarily like to spend time with, or things like that, but it's more about like, hey, if we're not seeing eye to eye, I don't think I can keep being fake polite to you just to have a calm um um let's say living situation, or a calm working situation. I think you're kind of throwing that through the window when you're just saying like, fuck it, and just walking away out of this relations or relationships that don't fulfill you anymore. Okay, we got here the Six of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. I don't think that necessarily will cause a lot of troubles for you. Okay, I do feel like both for your financial and your sociable life will we'll be okay after all of that, just because it took so long. If you think about it, it took a whole month for you to do this whole process of speaking your truth and then separating from these people. Okay, so when we see the reading like this, it seems like everything's really fast, but the truth is a whole month. It is a considerable amount of time, so things go every day little by little. So I do feel like people are gonna be more okay with you distancing yourself from them. And maybe these people that you're gonna distance yourself from don't really care a lot about you. I'm hearing for some of you that some people might be only close to you because you help them financially. Okay, for other people, you're gonna be focusing way more on your finances and less on your social life. Okay, and yeah, I just feel yourself being very, like, becoming a more quiet person, a person that shows less their emotions, whatever it is. Okay, I feel like you're becoming this more I don't want to say necessarily zen person, but a more quiet person, someone that speaks their truth, but you don't overspeak. You don't over, shares things anymore. Okay, if that was a problem, I feel like that might have been a big problem. Sorry, for Aries in 2025, I think you might have overshared some stuff, but I think in 2026 that's not gonna happen. You're gonna speak just a little, but you're gonna speak important things. You're gonna speak your truth. You're gonna speak the things that make a difference. Okay, I want to finish this by getting some advice for you, okay, from the universe. Let's see some advice for Aries. Advice for Aries for January 2026. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, a card almost flipped. Again. Okay, so here for you as an advice, you got the Three of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Judgment in reverse. So for me, what this means is that people that are truly your friends, okay, people that really like you, they won't, it's not that they won't mind, but they will go through this turbulent moment in your life with you. Okay, they won't be shocked or thrown away because you create a little bit of problems, because you create a little bit of chaotic energy. Okay, and the people who don't come back after that, the people who distance themselves, who don't show themselves after that because they find you to be too chaotic, or you're not following the rules of society as much as they would wish you to. I think it's time to let them be away from you. Okay, from others of you, I think is don't be afraid again to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to experiment things that you don't know. Don't be afraid to try things out, because I feel like you're discovering a new part of yourself that you don't really know yet. So don't be afraid to try things out too. Let me see what else I can get from here. Yeah, and don't sit by waiting for people to come back. If people went out of your life for whatever reason, maybe it was the right thing. Okay, maybe it was time for them to get out. Maybe they didn't appreciate your truth speaking, or who you actually is on the inside. Okay, thank you so much, Aries. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonates to you, please leave a like and a comment. I'd love to hear your comments on it and how that resonated to you. If you're interested, please subscribe to the channel. I will be releasing more and more tarot videos in 2026, and I would love if you guys join me in this journey. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you have a good January 2026.